we go. I'm just going to try to get these audio levels right. So I'm carving this plate here today. And this is quite a large plate if I zoom out a little bit. It's actually 4 feet long. It's all the way there. Got a lot to go ahead of me. And I'm working on these large workhorses here. Got a couple of them done yesterday. And I'm going to work on this guy today. I do have a copy of my drawing here to work from. Unfortunately, this guy's split in half, so I'm going to have to work him out. This is the original drawing here. This is my original ink drawing. But you notice it is backwards. That's the way I have to work on it to print it. So this is the way it's eventually going to look once it's printed. And then I photocopy it and flip it so that I have a working copy so I know what I'm doing with cutting. So the wooden plate here, it's a bit pinkish in color. Let me get this out of my ear. It's a bit pinkish in color. It's because I stained the whole surface. The wood is actually this brown color in here. The pink helps me see what needs to be cut. And I guess we'll start on this guy here. Got a bunch of chisels around. It's my magnifying glasses. I've been wearing those quite a bit. Sometimes I even have to take all my glasses off and get up real close and work on them. So probably should sharpen these a little bit. So you're going to have to watch me sharpen for just a minute here. I forgot to sharpen my tools. This is the harder one to sharpen, so let's get this one out of the way first. This is a gouge. Just a little bit of, usually I clamp this down. Let's try to do it one-handed here. No, I can't do that. Clamp there to hold it in place. That's better. Just gotta make sure the angle is correct. Getting that nice little buffing to it. And bring my strop here. The last little bit of polishing to that. Looking good. I'm getting some background noise on something here. That, of course, is the dog. Dog barks at everything. Just polish the inside with a little edge that's in here. one's done. Just a little touch up for the starting of the day. How dare somebody walk down my street? Dog's not up. I'm not happy about that. I'm imagining you can hear that on there. I can't imagine you can't hear that dog barking. Starting to get the angle on that wrong. I'm gonna have to redress that one sometime. The angle on these changes back and forth if you're not careful. One side is perfect and the other side's starting to drop off. So one side, they're supposed to line up together, but one is just starting to get a little bit off because the angle is wrong on it. So that'll require not this buffing, or sorry, sandpaper. This is a micro sandpaper. It's not something that you normally find. You have to go to a specialty place to get that. I am going to have to deal with that thing. I'll be right back. Sit. Okay, so she's in here. You can see her. There she is. Hi. Are you going to be quiet now? Okay. Yes. Yes, you're a very good dog. Okay. Go sit down. Underneath. Watch yourself. There's the clamp. The clamp is there. Okay. Let's go back to this now. So that one was the V gouge, which is starting to get a little nasty. We'll deal with that redressing another day with higher grit stone. Music streaming that I'm using has got ads mixed into it. It's really annoying. So this is the polishing compound here. Just put a little inside the V there. And then I'm going to drag it along this V edge here. And we'll just polish the inside of the V, and then that polishes the outside. Holding it on the angle. I gotta get the angle right, so. Of course, going against the, if I go this way, it's going to cut in there and destroy that leather strop. So two there. Oh, one more favorite here. So I got a V, a micro gouge, and this is my little bit larger gouge. I think this is 1.5 millimeters. So I am adjusting my angle here. There's an angle I'm used to holding. And this hand's adjusting the angle. This hand is putting the pressure down. So I don't have to worry about this going up and down as I'm going. I just can maintain my circle and hold it down with this one. I'm slowly rolling the chisel around. And every once in a while I will stop and look to see that I'm not. So I'm keeping that clean. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. I only used it a little bit last day. I generally do this at the beginning of every sit down. I like to keep very sharp tools. Keeps a clean line. Trying a new music streaming today. I'm not too sure, we'll see. I have to use copyright-free music until I figure out how to play my playlist without getting swatted down. Okay, and then my favorite chip knife, mostly used for carving, but I like to use it for straight edges as well. A lot of printmakers just do the straight lines, then clear back to the straight lines, and I totally get it. It makes a lot of sense. I find I can save myself a bit of time if I keep my tools ridiculously sharp. The V-gouge saves me a lot of time in cutting lines, especially when I'm getting creative and doing weird little areas and experimenting. The straight line works well, but God, it takes a lot of time to use. And this print is 4 feet long, so it's going to be a lot to go. Okay, happy with that. Set. Tools are ready. Get my drawing ready. Get the clamp out of here. And we're at it. Okay. Let's see, bring the camera in. Okay, I think I might be getting really tired of this music. One more song, and if they've got those long ads between every song, I'm going to ditch this one. Okay, let's establish a couple of things first. I rubbed too much of this drawing off here, so I've got to put it back. The problem with my transfer method is that you lose stuff sometimes when you don't glue it down properly. So what I do is I take a photocopy like this, put the other way around in this case, and I coat it in glue. And then I glue it to the wood, leave it for a day, and I come back and wet the paper down and roll it all off. But in this case, I rubbed too much off this area here. It's super light. It's a little hard for me to see. That's where the drawing on the side here comes in handy to remind myself of where I've been and what I've got to fix. Change that angle just a bit too. Okay, I'm just double checking everything here. There's a little bit of a gap in here where the lines didn't glue properly together. I have to create some new things here. No big deal. I'm not even sure what this is, why there is a loop on the top of this thing, but there is. It's more of a knob than a loop. Dog's calmed down now. Whoever's out there bugging her has run away. Keep her in here for a bit. Yeah, I think that's good. Kneecap I'm going to have to rework later. I think that's okay. What's going on here? That's just the jawbone there. As the neck is coming up. There we go. Fix that later. Okay. Let's use the small V first. And we're at it. The advantage of having really sharp tools is I can go with the grain and get two very clean edges and not have to worry about using that guy, because Because the other option is to pull straight line, pull straight line, and then clean it out. V-gouge is one push and you're done. And one of the tricks with the V-gouge, there we go. One of the tricks with the V-gouge is to be able to push left or right on a line, and I can thicken it up or thin it out. So this is the round, because I want the end of this line to be round. So I'm ending the V-gouge round. I don't want it to be square end. This is supposed to be a soft material. This is a leather strap or some type of rope, but I don't want it to be a hard line. I could just use the round gouge throughout, and I do sometimes, because I don't feel like switching my tools up. But honestly, the V-gouge, my V-gouge cuts nicer. Gives me a much cleaner line though. I've got this one sharpened up nicely right now. This is cutting nice, this little round gouge. I'm happy with that. I must have corrected a problem I had. Yesterday when I was cutting this one, it felt weird. It felt really weird. And this is cutting super nice today. Yeah. I might find myself using this one more than used to. Okay, so got that strap done. Let's clear the line on whatever this collar is. So I'm going cross grain now. It's a different sound. Okay, I've had enough of this music station. Let's switch. Fortunately, with copyright-free music, I don't get a lot of choices, and some of it's really annoying stuff. I'll just play that one. It's 2 hours long. Come back to the software. There we are. Okay, let's clear along this. Maybe I'll stream for about a half an hour and then I'll shut this down. Okay, so the problem with these little ones that I use, I love these tools, but they don't clear. And that's what this one's for. This one's got a little bit wider and I can get in here and just blank out the middle. I've had this one for years, decades. This tool, it's carved a lot of prints for me. This does not exist. So I'm just getting into this recording what I do thing. This is new to me. It's also new just to talk about what I do. I go to markets a lot and carve at markets. I can sit and talk to people, and it's nice. But it's hard to do it during this pandemic time, talking to people. Either if I'm at a place that's open, there's masks involved and it's hard to hear, and possibly not as comfortable to get up close and talk, so it'd be nice when it's all over and we're back to some semblance of normal. So I think the camera can see what I'm up to. So I'm just working this area in here right now. It's a pretty straightforward area. Probably play around and get some highlights in here and muck with it a bit too. Just that's actually the wrong one. Pull my chisel up and down more. There we go. Creates a bit of texture in there. So yeah, I do have a drawing right here, by the way, to remind myself. What I had planned to do for this, but I am willing to change my plans if something inspires me to change it a little bit here and there. So I've got the big debate about streaming platforms. It seems like every platform has a streaming option now. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook I've tried now. YouTube seems to have the least connection. However, I don't want to give up on it. I'm still figuring this whole thing out, which I want to do with it. I'll keep trying different ones until see if this works or not. If nothing else, it forces me to sit here and get some things accomplished. Not get bored and start playing games on my phone or spend half the day searching for something on the internet. I really like listening to music, so I spend a lot of time listening to new bands. That's what kind of annoys me most about this DMCA free music is I can't listen to the stuff I want to, or else I get copyright strikes and take down requests and annoying stuff like that. I don't care about monetizing it, I don't care. I'm fine with that, but I just don't want to deal with it. So when I turn the cameras off, I go and listen to my music. Or listen to radio. So I'm adding a little bit of texture here. It's hard to see, but I'm not cladding as cleanly as I should. I'm doing it on purpose. I want to create a possible shadow line and see what that looks like. I can always clear it out later on. So I'm also going to figure out what to do about this neck. I think I need a little bit of cross-hatching lines in here. Couple in here for this neck muscle that comes up the side of the horse's neck. Not too much though. I'm just going to deepen those up. So I've gone over them once and I'm going over a second time to deepen them up. Because the first scratch doesn't really print well. It's going to be deeper. I'm not doing an etching. Etchings are very fine details. Woodcut and super fine details don't print all that well sometimes. Or engraving, I should say. It's not engraving. But I'm getting close to it in points. Okay, I'm happy with that. Another bridle. I think there's some weird stuff going on here. I can't see it in this photocopy. There is. Going on down there. I think there's an object here. Let's get that centered in the camera more. Sure what that is there. these different things than the horses are called. All this gear. If anybody knows, stick in the comments. Maybe I'll check back and hopefully check back and see what's going on. Cut that earlier in the wrong spot. There's a little line here. I'm not happy about my mistake I made earlier. We're gonna have to incorporate that in the design somehow. So you see me twitching chisels all the time. I'm used to different looks that each one gives. So I pick my favorites for what I need to accomplish. I want bigger, fatter look down here as it gets into the shadows. I don't want it to be as cleanly defined, so this big gouge, or I say big, it's 1.5 millimeters, but the bigger gouges will be like this one here. I use the finer tools in an area like here where it's detailed and there needs to be some texture. Less defined where I'm working on. I'm gonna shade that in now and see what it looks like. The thing I like about this gouge is it's got a very U-shaped, not like a bowl, it's a U. It's got 2 straight edges on the sides for about 1 millimeter. So if I can use it on the edges sometimes, I can get a nice straight line as well as getting a U out of the bottom. Lay down, puppet. You can lay down. I'll just finish this and I'll bring your bed in here. Then you can lay in your bed, okay? Okay, that's enough to do a little test here. Where's my pen gone? There it is. So use the Sharpie, that's what's on top of all this here. I use the Sharpie and go sideways over top of it to reveal what I've cut so far. It helps me get an idea of what's coming, what the future of this is going to look like. So if I need to cut some more or define something, I think I'm happy with that neck muscle there. Maybe go a little taller on it. Come back to it. Oops, I'm going over an area I haven't cut yet. Oh, there we go. That's today, a little bit here for today. Yes, it takes a long time to do. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so that's where we're at today. I'm gonna say goodbye now. You come up and say goodbye for fun? Come up. Up. No, you're just gonna lay down there. Okay. Okay, good girl. Off we go for today.